Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again to another Aston Villa and AJS TV video. Aston Villa play Sheffield United, bottom of the Premier League, 1 point away from home against the best side at home, not only in the Premier League, but in all of Europe. Aston Villa, every single game at home this season we have won. And going back into last season, it is 15 home Premier League wins in a row. That is a club record. It's heading towards a league record, and I mean, against Sheffield United, most people would expect Aston Villa to pick up another victory today, and a win today against Sheffield United and a draw between Arsenal and Liverpool at the weekend would mean Villa would stay top of the Premier League by Christmas. We haven't done that since the 90s. It would be an incredible story for Aston Villa, and long may it continue. How you doing? Eric in chat says, up the Villa, Aston Villa shorts. Says, hopefully, yeah, I was a bit late. But I just had some issues. My Wi-Fi went down before I went live, so just a couple of minutes delayed. But we are back underway, and hopefully everything is okay. We'll get through the lineups of both teams. We'll get through everything. It is the Friday night kickoff leading into the weekend, so you know, Villa, if we drop points today, that means we've got all the weekend to suffer. How fun. Dean says, a win today for Villa surpasses the best run of Man City under Pep Guardiola and 2 wins behind Manchester United's record. I mean, we could break a lot of records in the coming weeks. I mean, this is quite truly extraordinary stuff from Unai Emery, easily manager of the season. I mean, it's not a debate, surely. I've seen some Liverpool fans say Klopp, but then what, we're 1 point behind the league and we're level with Liverpool on goal difference and all the money they have, all the players they have. Unai took over. Villa was 17th last season and now we're absolutely flourishing. So I don't understand why some people still don't give the credit that is due for Unai Emery. Most people are, but you do get some that will still back their managers and whatever. And maybe some City fans will still say, oh, well, Pep Guardiola this, Pep Guardiola that. But what Unai Emery has done is just extraordinary. I don't think any manager in the Premier League could do what Unai's doing at Aston Villa. I think that's the case. Dean says, unfortunately, due to circumstances, go watch this game on my phone, so it's another stream won't be able to beat in much. Oh, no worries, mate. No worries. I hope you enjoyed the game. Hope Aston Villa have a comfortable game today. Because what I'm concerned about, which I'll get into in this stream today, is I don't think it's going to be as easy as what some people think. I think Sheffield United, most people have written them off already, saying they've already relegated themselves almost. That they're going to compete with Derby's lowest point record, and maybe that will happen. But I don't think you should write them off just yet. They do have some stand-up players. I mean, every Villa fan should know how good Cameron Archer is. And you know, you are concerned when you see him in the lineup, and we'll get to Sheffield United's lineup as well. I am just going to go live on TikTok as well, so you just bear with me there. And I will once again be live on both platforms because you know what, it's done quite well. It's done quite well for this channel, to be fair. So we'll go into Sheffield United's lineup, and we'll have a look at. I'll say Villa's one first. You can see it on the YouTube screen, but I'll go into what Sheffield United have for us. If you bear with me. My internet has just been struggling a little bit today. I have noticed that. Martinez in goal, as always. Cash, Konza, Longley, Digne. But there is an injury to Pau Torres, which is it's a bit unfortunate. Someone who has been a big part of Villa's success this season. To have him out, I mean, I'd rather him out for this game than any other. But Pau Torres, I think, has the most touches for Aston Villa this season. If you look at the passes between players, it's Pau Torres involved with Digne, involved with anyone on his side. So I think it's a big miss for Villa today. Longley comes in. There's been a whole situation with Longley as well, as AC Milan want him on loan. Villa might block that. It's a bit of a mess right now. Hello to everyone on the TikTok as well, just gone live over there. Please do double tap the screen. Would be very much appreciated. And follow the channel as well. If you're on YouTube, do subscribe. AJS TV. If you want to look it up on YouTube. I'll go through the rest of the team. I've kind of stopped at Longley. Digne's a left back. We've got the 4-4-2 as always. Some people call it a 4-2-2 these days. I mean, whatever you want to call it, it does work for Aston Villa. A midfield four, John McGinn, Douglas Luiz, Jacob Ramsey, and Leon Bailey. We could be seeing Ramsey potentially in a pivot for Aston Villa today. We'll see how that works. Him alongside Luiz, with Bailey one side, McGinn the other, Diaby behind Ollie Watkins as the shadow forward. Sheffield United once again fielding a back five, Foderingham in goal. He's a good keeper, makes some mistakes here and there. I remember him against Spurs, he was all right. Bogle, Baldock, Trusty, Robinson, and Larouci is their back line. Obviously no Tom Lockyer as he collapsed on the pitch recently. And, I feel for him and his family. I hope everything is okay there. Vinny, Souza, Slimane, and Norwood is their midfield three. And Cameron Archer comes back to Villa Park alongside Andre Brooks in a front two for Sheffield United. Villa about to be underway here. I've just missed some comments on TikTok. I apologise. I keep getting this comment every time. Should be an easy win. I hope so, but I don't know. I got a bit of a worry about today. There's a little bit of a concern about today. I hope we do get a win. I know they're not a very good side, but not every game in the Premier League you still have to perform to win. Every game is tough. Every single game is tough. It is one of the most competitive, difficult leagues in the world. And even though Sheffield United, they're not a great side, it'd be such a Villa thing to do. If you're a Villa fan, you'll know what I mean. A side like Aston Villa, who, we've won so many games at home this season in a row. For us to then drop points to Sheffield United would be such a Villa thing to do. But yeah, I mean, I'm going to be positive. I don't like being negative. I'm not trying to be negative at all. I think if Villa were to win today, I do think we win. I just think it'll be closer than what some people think. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Give me some score predictions today. Got 128 of you in the live stream on TikTok. Please do double tap the screen. Bellingham is the best English player right now. Harry Kane is better. Harry Kane, the GOAT. Villa going top. Giant Villa fan here. I am indeed. I think I'm going to say a very conservative 2-1 Aston Villa win today. We don't get many clean sheets. Despite the clean sheets against Arsenal and City, we actually don't get that many. Aston Villa Short says 3-1 to Villa. I think 2-1. I'd take any victory, to be fair. Like I said, I'm not expecting us to win like 4 or 5-0. Some Villa fans will say it. Diaby has gone down and Villa have got a free kick right at the edge of the Sheffield United penalty area here. I don't think he was going to give that at first. Leon Bailey causing some issues down the right side. It's good. That's a good combination with Diaby. And it is a free kick. Despite how close it is to the box, it is only a free kick to Aston Villa. And I've just missed some comments. Do apologise. Villa better win for my Aka. I'm a Blade. I think you'll win 3-0. Fair enough, mate. I've seen a lot of negative Sheffield United fans. And, I'm not going to turn around and say you shouldn't be, because they watch their club week in, week out. But I would if you're in the Premier League, never write off your team ahead of any game, really. Like Luton, even if you're Luton Town, like who would have said Luton would have beat Everton away this season? Like who would have said Luton would have got a draw at home against Liverpool? They nearly got a point against Arsenal. Never write your team off in any game. But this is a major opportunity for Aston Villa to go top of the Premier League if results go our way as well. Obviously, Sheffield United, they're on my head. Liverpool and Arsenal, that game needs to be a draw for Aston Villa to stay top of the Premier League after this weekend. Which, I mean, that game, it could happen. You never know. Villa will have a free kick with Digne, and he's, sliced that well wide of the post. Tried a little training ground routine there with a little back heel from Douglas Luiz, and the free kick from Digne was really poor. And it was a goal kick to Sheffield United. 3 minutes gone. It is still Aston Villa 0. Sheffield United 0. We've had some other comments on YouTube. Eugene Grobler says 2-0. Jerome Villa 2-0. Robert Arrowsmith says 2-1. And Sean says, I can't help but think we'll mess this up. Prove me wrong, please. Like I said, I'm just concerned. I don't think we'll lose or drop points today, but I don't think it's going to be as easy as some people think. We struggle against low block teams. Sheffield United play a back five. You can't get much low block than that. And we've got, Pau Torres out. Someone who obviously is a centre-back for Aston Villa, but is involved in our transition from defence to attack. And I don't know, when you miss big players like that, it is a concern. I don't overly particularly rate Longley. And Longley here, I mean, that could have gone horribly wrong with a challenge with I think that was that Cameron Archer for Sheffield United. Nearly lost the ball. Callum says 1-1 draw. If we win 5-0, Arsenal's 0-0 tomorrow will be first. Claret Blue, but not Villa. Are you West Ham fan? Could be a Scunthorpe fan. Could be a few teams actually. Up the Toon. Got a Newcastle fan here. Comfortable 2-0, 1-0. Stevenage own you. I remember doing a massive stream for that, and it was devastating. Who do you think we'll need? What do you think we'll need in Jan? Says Sean. I think we need a fullback. I'm not the biggest fan of Matty Cash. I think we need some squad depth, really. If Watkins gets injured, some people say our backup is John Duran. I don't think Duran's anywhere near good enough for Aston Villa in the Premier League. So, yeah, I think there's a couple of positions we could look at personally. Some people will disagree with me. I just don't think it would hurt to look at, certain areas on the pitch. I think the back line is apart from the fullbacks. I think the back line's okay. Tyrone Mings comes back from injury as well. What do you do with Tyrone Mings? That's another conversation altogether. Is Mings completely out of the Villa team for you guys? Sorry, I can't get my words out. Would Tyrone Mings ever play for Aston Villa again? Is what I'm trying to say. Will he play for the first team? Because I don't think he gets out of Pau Torres, and he's a left footer. So would he go on the right side ahead of Konza? I don't know. I think that is a conversation to have for sure. My score prediction today is 2-1 Villa. It's like I said, very conservative prediction today. And I know some people will say and be negative or whatever, but a win is a win. I will take it. And we do struggle with low block. I know we're very good at home. But yeah, we'll see. But I'm saying, 2-1 Villa. I think Watkins will grab a goal today. And maybe Bailey, Diaby. I'm looking at that type of player to go and get another. I can see Brooks or Archer grabbing a goal maybe for Sheffield United. Archer does have a point to prove. You've got to remember that as well. Archer was obviously third choice striker for Aston Villa. And we sold him with a buyback clause. So maybe he's got a point to prove today. That's what I'm thinking anyway. Good to see Villa do well. Rangers fan 4-1 today. Couldn't believe he's got Diaby. I think Diaby, still to this day, incredible signing. Considering that Saudi Arabian teams wanted Diaby, I think it's incredible. I actually think it's incredible, like fully. I think if any Premier League team convinced him to go to the Premier League ahead of all the money they offered over there, I think would be insane. But for a non-Big Six club to convince Diaby, yeah, fair enough, Villa. Watkins hat-trick today, I'd love to see it. It's been all Villa, 7 minutes in, it's still goalless. Sheffield United, I don't even know what their game plan would be today. Try and hold on, hit us on the break. They've got a back five. It's pretty much like a back eight. Their midfield just sits just in front of their defence, and they defend. Well, they've defended all games so far. Not really got forward whatsoever. And I think they're going to rely on a bit of pace maybe on the break, maybe a mistake with our high line, but we don't make that many mistakes with our high line these days. I remember when Unai first came in, there was some errors like especially with the B team. They really struggled with the high line, but I think we're starting to nail it now. Robert Arrowsmith says Mings will 100% play for Villa again. He probably will. I'm just saying, I don't think he's a guaranteed starter anymore. There was a point in time where Mings would start every game for Villa, and he'd be people would say he's our best defender, and there'd be no doubt he'd play every single game. He used to be the captain, but I don't think it's a guarantee anymore. I really don't. I wouldn't if he's fit now, I wouldn't play him. Genuinely. Well, maybe today because Torres is injured, but if you have a fully fit backline for Aston Villa, I don't think Mings gets in the team. I think he makes too many mistakes. What do you think of Tottenham? I actually don't mind Tottenham. I think Son is a very likeable player. And I know Tottenham struggle for trophies, and that kind of resonates with me because I'm a Villa fan and we don't win many as well. So I don't mind seeing Tottenham do well, Other than Romero, I do think they've got quite a likeable team. Like I said, I think Son's probably my favourite Premier League player, especially outside of Aston Villa. Pau Torres unreal. Wish United signed him. I remember when we first signed him, a lot of fans from other teams were, questioning is he a good signing or not. But I think he has put that all to bed since he's come in. I think he's been incredible. Pau Torres, some people thought, would he struggle? When he first came in, he looked a bit nervous with his first couple of games, but he's really settled in at Villa now. I think he's done a great job for Villa. His passing range is incredible. It's like having De Bruyne at centre-back, and that's no exaggeration. You look at Pau Torres' passes; they're ridiculous. They're ridiculous. 60-yard diagonal balls. Is Digne for Villa on the byline. Cross comes into the box towards Watkins. Watkins goes down, and the Villa fans behind the goal want a decision, which I don't think is going to be given. A corner is pointed. I will look at the replay on this. Digne's cross towards Watkins. There is a shove on his back. I don't think it's enough, though. And look, there's not enough there, I think. I think Ollie's tried to earn a penalty there. VAR are having a look at this. It could be a potential penalty for Aston Villa. It would be a little bit soft. Like, he's got two hands on him, but I don't think that's enough contact. You've seen him given. You have seen him given. But is this like a clear and obvious error made by the referee? I don't know. It's a two-hand shove on Watkins, but it's like there's not a lot of contact there. It's just he's got two hands on him and Watkins goes over. That's basically what's just happened here. There is this check for a penalty for Aston Villa, and it has been waved away. And a corner to Aston Villa instead. Like I said, I agree with that. I don't think that's a penalty. If you're gonna be real, I don't think that's a penalty. I wouldn't want that to be given, for or against Villa, because of, if you get those decisions, you'll get them back at some point. I don't want that kind of penalty given. McGinn, and another Villa player goes down in the box now. This time Konza has gone down in the box for Villa. And is this going to be checked as well? Well, this would be funny if there's been two VAR checks for a Villa penalty within a minute. That'd be very funny. We're going to have to see this again. Who shoves Konza then? Or potentially shoves Konza? Nah, he goes... Again, it's just really soft. He goes down under very little. A bits of grappling there. I don't think that's enough again. It's trusty against Konza. And he does have his hands on him, but I don't... It's another VAR check, guys. It's two VAR checks in a minute for Aston Villa. Officially. This one's a bit more of a penalty than the last one because it's like half a rugby tackle. I just think Konza's looking for it, and that's the problem. Konza looks like he's trying to earn it. Oh, and they're looking at a potential handball as well. No, it bounces. Oh my days! No way! It bounces before it hits his hand. Yeah, you can't give that. I think letter of the law, you can't give that because it hits his head before his arm, so you can't give that as a penalty for Villa as well. Yeah, again, another decision. I mean, some Villa fans will get frustrated. I've not seen a single penalty I would give so far. There's been like 3 decisions to look at. Not one of them has been given, and I'm not going to complain. I don't think either of them are. Well, or any of the 3 are. The handball literally hits his head first before his hand, and there's not enough in the tackles for me. But, yeah, 12 minutes gone. It is still all Villa, and it's still goalless between Villa and Sheffield United. 27 of you in the YouTube live, please hit that like button. If guys on the TikTok, do double tap the screen. If you want to watch with the the full overlays and everything, you can go on YouTube, AJS TV. Yeah, they were checking handball, which was never going to be given. Never going to be given. Villa win 3-0. D Sport Forest, funny guy. Although they do have European pedigree. They've got more of a European side than, your Arsenals. Most teams in the Premier League. Everton, Tottenham, they haven't got a European Cup. Forest have too. Forest are massive. I do think 2-1 Villa today. I do think it'll be 2-1 Aston Villa today. I said this before we kicked off. I did think it's not going to be super easy. A low block we always struggle with, and Sheffield United play a back 5. I know they're not a great team away from home. They do struggle as well. But yeah. The referee's giving, I think, Sousa a talking to here. I've got to say, a horrible kit for Sheffield United. I hate just bright yellow kits in general. But I think it's a vile colour for an away kit, personally. Archer grappling with Cash. We've won the ball back. Martinez now. Quarter of an hour gone, still goalless between Villa and Sheffield United. Like I said, a win today for Aston Villa would be absolutely massive. We would, at least for the night, go top of the league. And it would be insane to see us be top at Christmas. What's your opinions on Villa's new sign? I've not seen any. The only transfer news I've seen has been related to Man United looking at a Bundesliga striker. Is it Guirassy? His name is, I think. I've not seen any transfer news for Villa other than Longley might have been going to because Longley's got a loan from Barcelona to Villa, and Barcelona want to send him on loan to AC Milan, but Villa might be trying to stop that apparently. Well, he's in the lineup today, so we've definitely got at least some intent to keep him in a Villa shirt. Holton is in the sky, says Richard. The score right now is goalless. It's been all Villa so far. Sheffield United. Oh, there's a 30 million apparent offer for Sancho. I did forget about that. Jadon Sancho, who obviously isn't playing for United. We might be looking at bringing him in. I would go nowhere near Sancho, to be honest. Nowhere near Sancho. Keep him away. Keep him away from the club. I don't think he benefits Villa in any way. R. Jackson says at the match, I'm surprised you have signal because Villa Park is horrendous for service. So if you are actually there, I'm surprised you're able to watch a stream. I could barely send a text message. But yeah, guys, if you're joining on TikTok, do double tap. Here's John McGinn for Villa. I've got to say, he uses his body so well, McGinn. He won a free kick just a moment ago. And he uses it to wriggle away from a defender. Here's Digne for Villa into Louise. McGinn. Heavy touch. He plays it out wide to Ramsey. Ramsey pulls it back. Louise, edge of the box. Gets a cross in towards Watkins, but Foderingham will have an easy catch out the sky there, really. So poor ball from Louise. If anything, it's a bit rushed. I think we could have looked for a better option there. We don't need to rush every pass. And it's very simple in the end. It's a hit and hope towards Ollie Watkins. He's just never going to get there. Foderingham goes long towards... Well, it's towards Sousa, I think. It's won by Digne. Matty Cash for Villa. Sheffield United keep the ball for like half a second before they give it away every time. Bailey has loads of room to run into. Leon Bailey in the box for Villa. Diaby! Good save by Foderingham. And that's handball, is that? Well, the referee has waved away another handball decision from Villa. Yeah, I mean, again, it would be harsh. It was kind of blasted into the hand of Robinson, but I've seen him give it. It was a massive shout for handball from the Villa faithful. But Diaby very nearly putting Aston Villa ahead. Watkins now. Passes heavy towards Douglas Luiz. Foderingham clears away. And now Villa... I mean, we wanted a free kick and it's not been given. It's every time we have the ball, it's just attack versus defence. We put crosses in, we have shots on goal, they get deflected or palmed away, and we get the ball straight back again. It's very difficult for Sheffield United to stay in this game. Jeremy says, when you know you can go top, the pressure can affect the performance. I do think that. Some people are saying I can't show the game, unfortunately. I would get my account banned. That is just, unfortunately, the copyright rules. Yeah. You probably find like a Twitter stream or like an online stream that will show it. But I don't want to get this account banned. Thank you very much. Long lay for Villa into John McGinn. Every time we get to the halfway line, we go past their small press. And you think Villa could cause some problems. The pass, though, from Ramsey this time is poor. And then it's another foul, this time from Bailey. I don't think there's much in that, to be honest. Unai says, using Twitter so can join chat. Shithouse 1-0 to someone here, 17th minute. Yeah, you never know. It's been all Villa, though. I don't see... Sheffield United have not really created anything so far. A one-handed save from Foderingham from Diaby. And yeah, I've just seen the handball again, but you give a penalty for that, you give 10 a game. Robinson doesn't even know where the ball is. He's on the floor. I think it'd be a really harsh penalty to give. We've had 3-4 penalty shouts in this game, and none of them for me are penalties. Archer has dribbled the ball out of play, and it is a throw into Aston Villa. McGinn under pressure, does very well with it, and Villa switch the ball from left to right. Konza into Cash, 20 minutes gone here. Still it's Aston Villa 0, Sheffield United 0, but it's just been all Villa. I'd love to see the possession stats because they've barely had the ball. McGinn into Longley. I just wish it was Torres instead of Longley. Longley into Watkins, gets it back. We're just missing that diagonal ball. Is Watkins. Poor strength, and it's not great from Watkins, and the ball doesn't ricochet to a Villa man. We don't get a bit lucky there, and it's a throw into Villa on the halfway line. Come on, you Spurs, says Striker. Loads of Spurs fans seemingly in chat, or is it just a couple Spurs fans saying Spurs? I think you have a great chance of winning the league. Hope you do, from Leicester fan. Yeah, some people have said if Villa win the league, it would be like a Leicester story. I don't think it's the same, because Leicester, they're a side who nearly got relegated. And then with that same team, were expected to go down again the next year, and they didn't, and they won the league. With Villa, people are expecting Villa to fight for top 6, top 7. So it's not quite the same story. I don't think we'll ever get that story again, but it's the closest you're gonna get to one, I think, for a long time, in my opinion. But yeah, I think it's not quite, fair to say that they're the same. I'd say at most they're similar. Foul on halfway line. Ramsey is, I think he's holding his face there with a challenge from Bulldog. Yeah, his elbows caught Ramsey. He's not intended to hit him. He's just smashed into him after he's won the ball. Here's Bailey for Villa with a 1-2 from Cash. Gets it. Cash on the byline. Cross is deflected. Villa get another corner in front of the Sheffield United travelling fans. Is another good block from Brooks this time for Sheffield United. Bear in mind, that's their striker helping back to defend. It does say a lot. Predictions for Liverpool-Arsenal. My heart says 2-2 because I need it to be a draw for Villa. But I do think Liverpool probably win that. With their home form, I would back them to win that. Corner comes in. McGinn, back post! Oh, big chance of Villa, but it's put over by Ezri Konza. Really good corner, drilled to the far post. Konza gets away from his marker and just puts it over. Yeah, really good corner from John McGinn. It's in a very dangerous area. Oh, Konza's got to do better there. Konza's 3 yards out? He's got to keep it low. Maybe it's difficult, it's difficult said than done, but a header from there really has to be on target. If you're going to be critical, it should really, realistically be 1-0 Villa by now. Decent live this, mate. Amazing energy. Doesn't feel like... I feel like that's sarcasm, but I appreciate you, man. It's Catcher Aston Villa. Oh, that's a nasty tackle. Well, I thought that was a foul, but the referee doesn't think so. John McGinn with a recovery challenge. Still not enough to get the ball away. And thankfully... it's a bit scrappy from Villa, but thankfully we got it away eventually. But a little bit messy at the back for Villa there. Martinez. I can't believe Sheffield United have a little bit of a high press going on here. I didn't think that would happen all game. Nathan says, thanks for broadcast. I'm a big Villa fan from Texas. Travelling in Italy and can't watch the game live. Well, I appreciate your support, Nathan. As well as 32 of you in the YouTube live. Is Konza for Villa into Martinez. 23 minutes gone. It's still goalless between Aston Villa and Sheffield United. They've definitely come here for a point. Not to be hard. And you know what? Maybe that's their best idea and their best chance to get anything. But they've definitely come here for just a point because they've defended with every single player behind the ball. I knew it'd be low block, but this is like the European game against Rinski. It's just everyone behind the ball. Martinez now for Villa into Longley. And yeah, that press didn't end very well. It was like a facade, really. They've gone back into shape again. Is Ramsey out wide into Douglas Luiz, gets a 1-2. That's a foul and a free kick to Aston Villa on the halfway line. And they've been a bit dirty, to be fair, Sheffield United. I didn't quite expect that. There's been a few of these rugged tackles, a few flinging elbows here and there, lots of jostling in the box. You know, you gotta be rough and ready when you play teams down the bottom, I guess. Unfortunately, I can't share the game, Carl Luton. I'd get this account banned faster than you would imagine, probably before half time. United just scored. Scored in what, my friend? Well, they're not playing right now, unless you're on about another United. There is games in the EFL. Bristol City 1, Hull City 1. It's still Swansea 0, Preston 0. Exeter City struggling in League 1. A goal down at Cambridge United. Forest Green with new manager Troy Deeney still goalless. Stockport 1, Notts County 0 over there. But yeah, I wonder how well Troy Deeney will do. He's not a likeable man. Forest Green, I feel bad for them. Relegated from League 1 and now looking like they're going to get relegated again. It's a bit rough for them. I can't lie. John McGinn for Villa into Matty Cash. Bailey now down the right. Again, every single player behind the ball for Sheffield United. Bailey is in the box. Bailey tries to get on his left foot. Villa want a foul. It's not going to come. And now, well, Archer travelled a few yards. Actually gave a good give and go there with Souza. He lost the ball, but now they come down the right-hand side. And that pass is offside, surely it is. I mean, they've got chances when they get out. When we, a poor passage of their box and they can finally get out. They rely on a bit of quality really from Archer. They got it there. Good combination. They go down the right and Bogle's pass. They've got to look out for that high line. You know, Tottenham struggled with that high line. I thought Villa were terrible away at Spurs, but they were offside so many times. Arsenal were a victim to Villa's high line. And again, Sheffield United, who've not attacked Villa all game, even then have just got an offside. So it can happen to anyone. We scored 27th minute, John McGinn. My guy's from the future. He is from the future. Bro's life is Villa. Yeah, I have an office and it's all Villa related. Look, see? This is my little Villa place. And not all of it's Villa. Some Marius stuff there and some Mandalorian. It's mainly Villa. But when you have an office, you know, this is what you do when you've got a channel. I'm sure your office is full of something. If you've got if you want to have a background for something, you got to do something in it. Emma Hedges says, "Hi mate, hope you're okay. Come on Villa boys, we need this 100%." Hello to you, Emma. Yeah, a massive result is needed today. 27 minutes gone. So far, we're not getting that. It is goalless with Sheffield United. They've made it quite difficult for Villa, I think. The low block. I've said all season we struggle with a low block. And yeah, I mean, it's not been super easy today. I do feel like a goal will come at some point. But yeah, it's not been easy. Hello to you, Mark. I am going to put Carl Luton in timeout because he keeps saying the same thing over and over again. So just bear with. Yeah, I can't show the game. I've said it a few times. Mon the Liverpool says Decky. Yeah, guys, if you're on the TikTok, please do double tap the screen. Any likes or any gifts or that will be very much appreciated. Let me know what you guys think in both comment sections. What score will be today. We're already like nearly a third in. It's still goalless. I've seen a lot of high scoring predictions. It's just, I did predict this. I didn't think it'd be a high scoring game. I said 2-1, you know, off the bat today, and it's kind of happened. I think it's been a very close game. I can't see too many goals. Maybe if we got a goal now, the floodgates would open and the goals would start roaring in, but so far we've struggled. John McGinn on the overlap now. McGinn on the byline, and he gets another corner for Aston Villa. We've had so many of these already tonight, and it'll be another John McGinn left footer. Oh, he's done a corner symbol. He's put the ball behind his back, which is obviously we've got Austin McPhee who does our corner routines. I've not seen this one. This is a new symbol. This is a new one that the boys have cooked up. McGinn's corner, again towards the far post, headed down towards Watkins, and it really should be 1-0. Oh my goodness me. Ollie Watkins. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, he's got to keep that down. It's on his weak foot, but he's got to keep that down. It's a really good cushion header from Longley. And on the half volley, Watkins has scooped it. He's got to score that. He's in front of goal. He's got to score that. I'm sorry. That's a really poor connection from Watkins, and you get the ball there. We've not had too many clear-cut chances. You got to really take those. It's a poor finish from Watkins. Really should be 1-0. We can't have users top for Christmas, lot. Well, you never know, mate. People said that about Leicester in 2016. Look what happened. I remember hearing the whole year, oh, Leicester won't win the league. Leicester won't win the league. And they won the league. You never know. Football's a weird game sometimes. And I'm sure if you're like an Arsenal fan or a Tottenham fan, you'd rather Villa win it ahead of your rival. Yeah, City, people used to say that about Man City, you know, back in the day. When City got all their money, people used to say, oh, I'd rather City win it because I'd rather Man City win it because at least my rival didn't win it. And now City win it almost every single year. So I'd rather, if you're a Liverpool fan, I'm sure you'd rather Villa ahead of Everton, you know? Liverpool winning the league, easy, you'll never walk alone. You couldn't beat Man United. You couldn't beat Man United. One of the worst Man United teams that I've ever seen, you couldn't beat them. In fact, I'd even go as far to say, and I'll say it to people anywhere, right? Man United had the best chance in that game. Højlund should have scored. If Højlund scored, that was the biggest opportunity in the whole game. And that's the Liverpool team that everyone is supposed to be scared of. That's the Man United literally had the best chance in the whole game. If Højlund scored that, they very easily could have won that 1-0. Very easily could have won that 1-0. I'm not worried. I don't know. I think Arsenal will give them a game tomorrow. I really do. And that it could potentially be 2 games in a row where Liverpool don't win at home. You never know. I don't think some of their top players are performing very well. I thought Salah was abysmal against Man United. Salah had to move from the right hand side. That's how you know how bad Liverpool were playing, when Salah has to switch position. You put Trent in midfield, still didn't change anything. Like, there's having an off day and then playing terrible against one of the worst teams in the league. A manager who's probably on the verge of the sack. I don't know. I just thought it was a really poor game. Luiz has a shot deflected. Goes to John McGinn now. McGinn, not enough conviction. His shot is charged down, and Villa get a throw in front of the Sheffield United travelling fans. So many chances for Villa, and we've yet to take any of them so far. Still, it remains goalless. 32 minutes gone. Yeah, we tried to slow the ball down here. The shot was deflected. It fell quite kindly to McGinn, but he did very little with it. I'm not even sure if that was supposed to be a cross or a shot from McGinn. Because either way, even if it wasn't charged down, I don't think it would have found a Villa shirt or the back of the net. Asenzo is funny. That's a funny comment. Is Ramsey for Aston Villa? People don't say this on Mark Goldbridge videos, by the way. People don't say, oh, Mark Goldbridge, you have like Man United stuff in the background. He has loads of stuff. He's a fully grown, he's like a 45-year-old man with like Alex Ferguson books in the back. No one says anything to him. No one says a single word. But people say it to me. I don't know why. I do not want to know why. Like, everyone sucks him off. I don't get it. Think Villa will be top 5 this year? I mean, I think that would be still massive for Villa, considering we were 7th in the league last year. To go from that, if we go top 5, some people will say we'd have bottled, top 4, especially from this position. It's still a step forward in my eyes. And 5th could be Champions League. You never know. I mean, teams in England need to do well in Europe, so we have to wait and see what they do. I imagine Liverpool will do well in the Europa League, and I imagine Villa will do well in the Conference League, so maybe we'll get enough points to get that 5th spot for the Champions League, but we'll have to wait and see. Beat United, be a massive achievement. If we beat United away, I think that'll be huge for Villa. Our away form's not great. We could lose to almost anyone away. Luton Town away will be a tough game for Villa. I mean, I wasn't mean to be watching the Villa game, says Vince, but I wanted to watch the whole game. So hard to find a stream, so I gave up on watching Villa. Fair enough, Vince. It's Diaby for Aston Villa. Lovely. Bit of skill. Cross comes into the far post. It's a bit awkward from Sheffield United. They only half clear the ball. McGinn now. And McGinn's passing to Louise in the box was poor. It's been a bit frustrating so far. That's just that final pass in the final third isn't working. It's either being blocked, intercepted, deflected away, or it's just straight up ball. Is Bailey now. And Bailey, is that another corner for Aston Villa or a goal kick? I need to see the replay. Right now they're just showing Diaby absolutely rinsing down the right side. Oh dear. Who's that for? LaRouche for Sheffield United got absolutely rinsed there from Diaby. Sent to Tesco. Go one way then the other. In the league, I mean, wait. Asenza, I don't get what you mean. Beat United, massive achievement in the league. Well, I did kind of say, yeah, well, we're not playing United in a cup game. Arden says 1-0 Villa, Ollie Watkins, John McGinn. John McGinn's an incredible player for Villa. That is a very good comment. McGinn is incredible. Someone, by the way, who Villa fans wanted him out of the team a couple of years ago. Genuinely. There was lots and lots of Villa fans on Twitter and on Facebook and places like that saying John McGinn's not good enough for Villa. And, you know, he's lived up to expectation, but he can't take us to like Europe or places like that. And then Unai comes along and makes John McGinn into an incredible player. Because under Gerrard, he was awful. And I'll agree with that. McGinn was awful with Gerrard. Is Ramsey now for Villa? Ramsey, Diaby on his left. Can he get the shot away? Just about defended again. Both sets of players were waving at the referee for a decision. Well, to be fair, this referee has given hardly anything for either team. Finally, Sheffield United can have the ball. And they want a foul. They've got a foul on the halfway line for a shove. First time they've had any bit of the ball in the last 20 minutes. Emma Hedges says, we can still do it. Come on. All the Villa fans say yes. And McGinn is number one. I do think, you know, we get that goal. I think we win the game. It's just how important can we get that goal? That is probably the biggest shout for a penalty I've seen all night. And it was from Ollie Watkins. And I don't think VAR had a look at it. That was probably the biggest shout all night. And it was a challenge from behind on Ollie Watkins. Luis has the ball back for Aston Villa. It was a nice idea down the right for Sheffield United, but John McGinn just drops in and wins the ball. And he's done that on, you know, countless times in this game, in other games as well. Every attack for Sheffield United just lasts a few seconds before Villa get it back. I'm not too concerned by them going forward. I will say that. Their front two have been feeding off scraps the whole game. The proper graveyard shift I'm seeing right now. Arsenal win. Villa win. Arsenal Liverpool draw. I mean, we got to get this win over the. We got to get the win done, mate. We got to get it over the line because right now it is still goalless. We need to make sure we get this win, and we're coming up to half time. We're not too far away from it, and it is still Aston Villa 0, Sheffield United 0. And I'm sure most people would have thought we'd have got a goal by now. I said before today that I was a bit concerned about the game because I know the expectation to win sometimes makes it, very difficult. Sheffield United come here with no pressure. They play a back five. We struggle with that. Especially if we were away today, I definitely wouldn't have thought we'd have won. Or at least I wouldn't have been so confident about it. Because we do struggle. Nottingham Forest away, the only team Forest to beat in their last 13 games was Aston Villa. Is Luis into Ramsey. Ramsey into McGinn. I need to see more. From the front line of Villa. Not seen a lot from Watkins. Watkins as well, missing a big sitter in this game doesn't help. Luis into Longley. Longley, that's a decent idea. Poor execution. Tries to find Diaby. And now is Sheffield United on the break. Konza does so well. Konza then, one-on-one with Archer. Really good defending. And Villa get a free kick. I mean, a mistake there. Sheffield United would have been in on goal. So that's really good defending from Konza when we need him when we need him to do that type of thing. I don't know why he's not playing for England. I don't know how he got a call up, but didn't play. I don't understand. I think Konza's better than half the options we have. To be honest, I think Konza deserves it ahead of Harry Maguire. Paston Pillar says, Aston, any reason why Carlos isn't playing? Well, Pau Torres is injured, and I think Carlos is either... he had a big injury recently and he's coming back. I think it's because he's played a lot of games, maybe. But right now we are seeing Konza and Longley at the back. So I think he's just been... I'm guessing he's being rested, because we have to play a lot of games now in the next week. And yeah, I think it's the reason why Tielemans and Torres are not playing. I think they've picked up a small knock and they're being rested. So I just don't think he's 100% fit. That's my opinion anyway. I think it's his first start. I believe so, yeah. He played his first start in the Premier League. I know he played against Legia Warsaw away and we lost 3-2. So it's probably not a good example to use, but he's not played many for Villa. And Villa we're trying to keep it on loan. There's not many options that we have defensively, and AC Milan want him on loan, but Villa are apparently trying to keep him here. We'll see how well that goes. I think it's just all about the squad depth right now, but I don't overly rate Longley. I don't know, maybe I'm being harsh. I'll ask my chat. Do you guys rate Longley? Because I don't think Longley was great at Spurs. I don't think he's been great at Villa. For any of you guys who are asking about like Watkins in FPL, I unfortunately have to give you the news that Watkins missed a sitter in this game about 10 minutes ago, and other than that, has shown very little quality. I think it's been a bit of a drab first half. Villa have had a lot of the ball, but there's no conviction in the finishing, and I've not really said that a lot this season. Here's Matty Cash on the overlap. Cash now, byline pulls it back. No one there. There's just a sea of yellow shirts there. Every single time we get into a crossing position, there's every single Sheffield United player is there. They might as well just sit on the goal line. It's Diaby for Aston Villa. Again, he's got Cash on the overlap. He finds McGinn. McGinn now into Louise. It's so similar to the Brentford game. They play a back five and they shut us out. And we only relied on them getting a red card to finally unlock their defence. Is McGinn now. McGinn is tripped. It looked like it to me anyway. Referee doesn't think so. Diaby on his left puts a cross in. It's awkward, but it's into the hands once again of Foderingham. And Sheffield United can breathe a sigh of relief here. And I breathe one of frustration. Up the Villa, we are going top today, says Chris. How do you feel? I mean, we're coming up to half time. It's still goalless, and it's just been an attack versus defence from Villa. We've been all over them. I will admit that. We've been absolutely all over Sheffield United. But I'll also admit we've not been that great in the final third. I think our shooting's been terrible. Our passing's been terrible. Our crossing, I don't think... Other than the Watkins sitter, I don't think... And Konza at the back post as well. Our crossing hasn't really found anyone. Konza should hit the target, and Watkins definitely should have scored. Another over the top towards Watkins. This time, Foderingham is the sweeper keeper there for Sheffield United. We tried over the top the first time. I like that. I like us switching it up. We went for the direct pass, and it was really good goalkeeping from Foderingham. They're showing the average positions, right, for their backline. And it's horrendous. What I'm seeing is absolutely horrendous. It's just, other than their front two, it is just their whole team, their average position is just in front of their box. They've defended with, obviously their goalkeeper, but 9 out of their 11 players have been involved defensively. It is like it's the lowest of low blocks that you're ever going to see. And we have struggled. We've not really created too many chances. Which is why I said at the very start of today, before we even kicked off, I said I just want a 1-0 or 2-1. I just want a win today. That's all I want. That's all I care about. You get you win 1-0, you win 10-0, it's still 3 points on the board, Our goal difference is already okay. Cash with a silly foul on the halfway line. We're trying to press high. And it's a very needless foul. It's a lazy one, and Brooks will... as soon as he felt the contact, he went down. It's so frustrating. It's so very frustrating. Aston Villa Short says, AJ, I'm a Villa fan from Bulgaria who lives in London. I really want to go to a match. Do you recommend I should go to... I wouldn't go to a derby game as your first one. And to be fair, we're not going to play like Birmingham City anytime soon. Maybe West Brom if they get promoted. But honestly, for your first game, I'd go for maybe like an Everton next year, Tottenham at home. Go for like a big game, not like a derby game. That's what I'd say. Get that to be your first experience. I wouldn't say like Fulham at home. You want an atmosphere, Unfortunately, whenever we play teams like that, the atmosphere is terrible. Villa Park fan from Albania. Villa are bottling it a lot. I wouldn't say we're bottling it. It's just not been a great first half. It's been all Villa. This game could have very easily been like 2 or 3-0 to Villa by now. But our shooting has been awful. Like Diaby's had a half decent chance save. Watkins has had a sitter. Konza had a header at the back post. 2 yards out. Under pressure, and I think he was like flying through the sky when he performed the header. But again, he didn't get it on target. And you look at those chances and you think, man, if we just took one of those. Trying to figure out, I see the same joke every 5 minutes. Honestly, the humour in my chat has to improve. I see the same joke every time. Please provide better jokes. Score. The score is still goalless, guys. It is still goalless. Coming up to half time. 2 minutes of injury time. The stats say 78% of the ball for Villa, 6 shots for Villa. For Sheffield United, 0. They have come here to defend. And to be fair to them, they're doing well. They are doing well at doing that. Like I said, they're sat here with a back 5 and a midfield 3. So basically 8 defenders just keeping us out right now. And it's frustrating. Well, not just me, but other Villa players surely as well. Bailey trying to cushion the ball down towards Watkins. It's hacked away. Cash now. With a header, tries to find Diaby, and he's lost the ball, Diaby. It's a good tackle, actually, from Brooks. Brooks, I got to say, he's probably their best player so far. He's playing up front, but he's doing very well, defensively. He's having to, work as another fullback, almost. He drops deep every time to help defend. And he's been a bit of an outlet for them. As soon as they've got the ball, if they've tried to break out from their defence, they've usually used either Brooks or Archer. Another poor pass, this time from Larouci, the left back, and it will be very easily defended from Villa. Yeah, they've offered nothing. There's been 0 threat from Sheffield United all game. McGinn now goes long for Watkins. Again, it's just a little bit too long. It's like maybe a yard or 2 in front of Watkins. It's a good idea, but the execution's not great. And that is half-time, and it is Aston Villa 0, Sheffield United 0. Frustrating. So very frustrating. We've had chances, we just can't score. And like I said, it feels like the Zrinjski game in the Conference League, at home and away. It's just so frustrating to play a team so defensive. And I get that. They've come here... They've got a terrible away record, terrible record in general. And they're playing, the most informed home team in Europe. So, their idea today was position themselves with the back 5, defend and get a point. So far, that's what they're doing. They'd probably celebrate a 0-0. And can you really fault them for it? Villa have had a handful of penalty shouts. It's gone to VAR on a couple of occasions. I think there was 2 decisions in the space of a minute that were looked at by VAR, and it was both for jostling in the box, bit of shoving. There was a 2-hand shove on Watkins, and then a rugby tackle on Konza that was looked at briefly, and then a handball, which it was not a handball because I think it hit his head first before his hand. So a couple half shouts for Villa for a penalty, which I've seen 2 of them, 2 of the 3 you've seen given, but I wouldn't want it to be given. I don't want those type of decisions given in the Premier League because they are soft. Lucas says he's not happy. I mean, I'm not too happy, but at the same time, I did see this coming. I said this is going to be a tough game. I'm just reading some other comments as well. Do put your comments in the chat. Mate, you need one goal and the floodgates will open. I do agree with that, but it's getting that goal. It's getting that goal, Keaton, because that goal so far is evading us. They've just got everyone back defending, and it feels like this is the type of game where it's 0-0 or 3-0 Villa. Because as soon as if we get that goal, I do think we hit Sheffield United for 2 or 3. But it's just getting it, you know. A Middlesbrough fan said, how do you reckon that FA Cup game will go? Hope we show up playing good. We're a solid team on our day. If we play our second string team, we might struggle. Our squad depth isn't great. Olsen's a terrible backup keeper. Marshall looked very shaky in the European game. So and it's a big if Olsen plays in goal, if it's not Martinez in goal, you've got a great chance of winning. I'll say that if we're playing any team, because our backup keepers are abysmal. They couldn't catch a goal. So, like, if you're a Middlesbrough fan, if you're not seeing Martinez in goal as a Middlesbrough fan, I would be celebrating. Genuinely. You got a great chance to win that. Villa, I think we'll focus on the Conference League and the Premier League, so I don't think we'll field a strong team. So I can imagine Middlesbrough winning that type of game. Hopefully Zaniolo plays well today. He's not starting today. I'm a Blues fan. We can't argue with Villa at the moment. Villa are incredible. I'll briefly say, I actually kind of feel sorry for Blues because Birmingham City were doing well under Eustace. They sack him, bring in Rooney, and now their form has fell off a cliff. And we're massive rivals, and it's kind of funny to see them struggle, but at the same time, I'm trying to think how I would feel if I was a Blues fan, and I don't know. That situation is just a complete and utter mess. And it must be horrible for a Blues fan seeing, their situation and then seeing this. People laughing, Conzo, Maguire, I don't care. Maguire got a sympathy, Harry Maguire got a sympathy player of the month award, right? And then got battered 3-0 by Bournemouth. Should have been 4. The goal ruled out for Bournemouth at the end. I cannot believe that was given as a handball. Harry Maguire is not good enough for England. He's not really good enough for United. It's just United are playing that bad right now that he's been one of the better performers. That's how bad it's been. I'm not being gaslit to thinking Harry Maguire is a good defender. He's not. We've seen how much evidence have we seen over the years? He might be having a purple patch. Well, one is injured now, so the patch is now gone. But I am not going to be gaslit into thinking Harry Maguire is a good defender. I'm not. I don't mind. Look, he's a likeable person. And he plays okay for England. But it's back then, Maguire used to play his best in a back 5 with 2 holding midfielders, and we just basically sit back, which is what Maguire likes. You couldn't play Maguire in a high line. We get ripped apart unless he had like Carl Walker next to him. But yeah, that's just a little mini rant for me about him. So yeah, Konza's better than Maguire. That's not even a bad shout. Aston Villa could go top of the league today, and I'm seeing people laugh at the idea that Konza's better than Maguire. Plan deployed first half, Bogle and Archer to score second half, Villa, Hartsborough. I will say, for any Sheffield United fan, there's got to be a couple here. For any Sheffield United fans in the comments, you've done your game plan very well. It is just to sit back and frustrate Villa, and you've done that very well. Like Villa, I'm frustrated. Villa players will definitely be frustrated. It's not just a back 5, it's a back 8. It's like 8 defensive players for Sheffield United, and they sit in front of Fotheringham's goal. And we've had a couple chances, like Watkins should have scored. Diaby had a half chance on his weak foot. I think with better conviction, Konza had a header at the back post. I think we should have scored one of those chances, in my opinion. But I gotta give credit where it's due. Sheffield United have come here, and I think they've done quite well. I think their fans will be happy with what they've done. They're bottom of the league. If they get a point at Villa Park, considering teams have come here. Like City came here and got battered. Arsenal came here and lost. Brighton, we beat them 6-1. Like, I think they can be happy with what they've done so far. So I'll give you guys credit. This is how Liverpool felt against United. You know what? I think that's true. I agree with that because United basically sat and defended, and they frustrated Liverpool. I still think they had the best chance of the game, and the difference between United to Man United to Sheffield United is Sheffield United have created nothing at all. They've not had a shot, where United had like a couple chances on the break. Bro, they did the same against us Arsenal, but you just have to get the first goal. Yeah, it's so frustrating. I'm tearing my hair out watching this game, honestly. Villa need to come out of the half and catch Sheffield United napping, get an early goal. Otherwise, I think if we start the half strong, I think we will win this game. The halftime team talk needs to be world class right now because. Yeah, it's just been frustrating. Baldock, Trusty, and Robinson have been so solid at the back. I think their fullback. I don't know if I'm saying his name right, which is what Larouci. I think he's been questionable. I think Diaby and Bailey have both gone down that side and have both hurt him. But if he makes a mistake, they've got several defenders behind to save the day, which is what's happened. He's been at fault. Bogle, I think the other side has not really been threatened too much, but we've mainly gone down the right. And caused this poor wingback so many problems. Feel for Archer and Brooks a little bit. It is the graveyard shift. They're having to just chase all game and just sit up front. As soon like Villa, we have the ball. They're either dropping deep to defend or they're just standing on the halfway line waiting for the ball. So yeah, you got a feel for Brooks and Archer. Not really a lot they've done today. Norwood, Slimani, and Vinny Souza have all defended well. But again, it's just the intent of Sheffield United is soak up the pressure, defend, and hit Villa on the break. Maybe we can catch out the high line. That has been the game plan. That's all the game plan has been in this game. I've missed some comments on my YouTube. You guys can watch this on YouTube, AJS TV. Feel free to go and do that. We have some overlays, and it's just a better viewing experience. And I'm not just saying that. Someone said robbed of 2 pence. I don't agree. I think you could look at maybe one. I think they're soft. I'm a Villa fan. I think if you give those, you give so many of them a game. I think there's an argument for one, but I'm not going to complain about refereeing decisions when you're playing bottom of the league. That's just me. So Deeper Relaxing says it will come. That's what she said. For goodness sake. Villa player said the really sad thing is United will do the same next week. I don't think Man United will play. They won't play defensive against Villa. Tatenda said, I don't know what you mean by that. Deeper Relaxing Prayer says, just like my ex-wife, they came here to frustrate us. That's a great comment. Villa Down Under says, we really don't like putting balls in the box. When we have done, they've got like 5 defenders there, so I don't really blame Villa for setting up that way. Ian says, I think we need more penetration on the left. I would get Moreno on as soon as possible. I believe he's better than the low block compared to Digne. I agree. Spot on, Ian. Spot on comment. Love that. My ex, I knew there'd be as soon as I read about balls in the box. Yeah, my ex really didn't like. Yeah. I would have seen that coming. For me, Maguire has suffered from a bit of a mental breakdown. His mentality is nowhere near as strong as his pre-arrest. He now has far more lapses of concentration. Just shows how important the mental strength of players is. I do think people need to remember they are footballers, and those footballers are humans. You know, at the end of the day, like they're gonna have pressures and stresses and anxiety is gonna come into it all. So like, it's a lot for players like Harry Maguire, and I get that. Like the Scotland game away, the amount of abuse Maguire was getting because they know he's made so many mistakes. I mean, it's ridiculous. At the same time, I don't blame the Scotland fans for doing it because he shouldn't be playing for England. Rant over. Oh, the Villa says Chloe. We're top of the league. Can't believe Sheffield United. We've still got another half to go. You got Watkins. Watkins is my captain in FPL as well. He is my captain. I love how people don't understand that any gameplay is the right one as long as you... That is true. People... what I find funny, you can play really well as a team. You can batter a team. You lose 1-0 and suddenly it's just questions about the management. It's questions about, what was the idea tactically great? I'm like, sometimes that can just happen. I don't think Unai, he could have, if you would have said to Unai, would you set up differently today? I don't think he would have, because we've had so many chances. Yeah, so Tottenham fan is, there's the 1-0 down, so you can do it. Like, we've played well, it's just we can't score. Like, that's it. That's as simple as that. We've been the better team. Sheffield United have got 20% of the ball, haven't had a shot, and it's goalless. It's just because they've defended all game. And fair play to him, because they've come in with a game plan to frustrate Villa and either get a point away or get like a... I don't think they've got like an idea of winning. It's just, can they get something on the break maybe? I think they've just come here with intent for a 0-0. And so far they're getting that. So you got to give them credit, you know? Just a poll, but that is probably the worst 4 clubs in the top 2 divisions. We've had 6, to be fair, Jake. We've had Diaby had a shot saved with his right foot. Is his weaker foot. I think on his strong foot he probably scores that. Watkins had a sitter in front of goal. A bouncing ball on the half volley, 6 yards out, should have scored. Konza's had a diving header at the back post put over 2 yards out. Really should have at least hit the target. We've had chances in this game. It's just we've not put them to bed. Like that's the frustrating part for me. You can win the league. I mean, you got to beat teams like this really to win the league, unfortunately. And we'll see. What do you think of Spurs? I had this question earlier. I actually don't mind Spurs. I think outside of Villa, Son's my favourite player in the Premier League. I think he's really likeable. He's aged really well with that Spurs team. I think he has took on the role of talisman from Kane really well. Exceptional left foot, right foot, good in the air as well. I mean, he doesn't even use that very often, but he can score a header. Like, he's got everything to his game. I think he's just a likeable player. And other than the only player from Spurs I don't like is Romero. Other than that, I think Spurs are a very likeable team. A likeable manager in Ange Postecoglou. I like what they've gone and done. Managers like Ange and Unai Emery are showing up managers like Erik ten Hag. They've been here for less time than Erik ten Hag, and we're getting our teams to perform, getting our teams to change our style of play. We never played a high line before Unai. Ange didn't play... Spurs didn't play a high line before Ange. In fact, with Conte, it was probably a low block. Like... managers like what we've seen with Postecoglou and Unai Emery, like I said, it's making Pochettino, Ten Hag, several managers are getting questioned because of it. So yeah, fair play to Spurs. I think Spurs and Villa, we've not won many trophies in recent years as well, which is probably another reason why I don't mind Spurs. We've got an up the blades. Like I said, for any Sheffield United fan, fair play to you lot. You lot have been really good, at least defensively. Not very good going forward, obviously, but you've come here to frustrate Villa, and you frustrated Villa very well. I mean, they will definitely take a point here. I think most teams will come to Villa Park and take a point if you offered it, especially with how well we've done this season, at least at home. And yeah, as things stand in the Premier League, Villa will temporarily go above Liverpool, but goal difference mean we are behind Arsenal, and a draw wouldn't. A draw would not be a great result for me, especially with our record. It would put Sheffield United above Burnley on 9 points, and put them only 5 behind Nottingham Forest in 17th. We're about to be underway for the second half. Come on, you Villa boys, let's get this result. Get this goal. It needs to come, because a 0-0 Sheffield United would be horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. Sheffield is blue, just like Birmingham. This guy has tried to piss off the Villa fans and the Sheffield United fans in the same comment section. You got to rate it. You've got to rate it. He's gone after 2 sets of fans. When you get one goal, they'll open up. I agree. It's just getting that goal. Getting that goal is frustrating. We are underway, though, for the second half. I don't think any changes have taken place. And the Villa fans are in fine-tuning it as we've kicked off. Just missed some comments on my YouTube. You can watch this on YouTube as well if you're on the TikTok. Please do double tap the screen. And any support on the channel will be appreciated. Follow me as well. I do Villa stuff. It's my second time watching Sheffield this season, and that Andre Brooks is looking good. I did say this as well. I think you've only had one. We've had more than one good chance. I think we've had at least 2, if not 3. Some would say the Konza chance isn't great, but at the end of the day, it's a diving header at the back post, 2 yards out. I don't know. I think the XG on that will be quite high. And Deeper says, is Sheffield a real place? Can't find it on the flat Earth model. Is Chris Wilder an alien? Your comments are just very funny. I can't lie. It's Longley for Aston Villa. Into Digne. The French link up down the left for Aston Villa. And the back 5 of Sheffield United is already underway. As I can see, Cash now on a run. Cash gets a ricochet and Villa get a throw in by the corner flag out the whole time. Come on. Let's have a strong start. Yeah, Villa, we are doing quite well this year, to be fair. Hopefully we can get a win today. But I'm very impressed with what we've done. Digne for Aston Villa. Digne into McGinn. McGinn twists one way, goes the other. Into Cash. Can we get the cross in? Someone said this in chat. We've not really got that many crosses in. I do kind of agree. A 1-2 with Diaby and Bailey, but the pass to Diaby, it's not amazing. And we have to recycle again and build up again. Diaby, every single... the furthest Sheffield United player is Archer, and he's 30 yards from their goal. Here's Konza for Villa into Longley. Villa go from right to left. Good ball into Digne in the box. Digne cross is deflected. Villa get a corner at the Holtz. Come on. This has been a positive start. Really good pass, actually, from Clement Longley. A lovely clip ball into Digne. And Digne tries to find Ollie Watkins. And Watkins is left frustrated because I think the cross could have been put in quicker, really. Jamza says, what does it feel bottling your chance of going target? I did say, if you watch my TikTok for today, I was worried. I was worried about the game. And you can watch the video. I said this before we kicked off. Cash cross towards the far post. It's a good one. Header towards Longley. It's bouncing. Again, it's away. Again, it's frustrating because it just doesn't quite fall to a Villa player. Diaby now edge the box into McGinn. Back to goal. Goes towards, that's a good pass into Douglas the way he's left hand side, gets a right-footed crossing, but to no one. And it's just like running into a brick wall. It's like a yellow brick wall. The score is still goalless for my chat, if anyone's interested. I'm seeing comments like Villa are very average. We've just beat City and Arsenal, and we're getting very average shouts from my... honestly. You just got to shake your head and laugh. Honestly, TikTok comments make me laugh. You can't beat a treble... Oh, that's a poor pass from Konza. You can't beat a treble winners in City and Arsenal within a week, and you get called average. Like, I'm sorry. It's a booking for Bailey for a shirt pull. There was actually a rare counter-attack for Sheffield United there, and it was a pullback from Leon Bailey. Are we back, mate? We're going to win the Carabao Cup and climb the table. You're not, mate. I thought you weren't great against Newcastle. I mean, defensively was a mess. And you relied on a mistake from Trippier, who's been absolutely awful. And then Trippier goes and misses a penalty. You actually relied on a disaster class from a certain player. I don't know. I remember seeing like weird back shouts, and then you go and lose 4-1 to Newcastle. So I don't know, mate. I don't know. Bro, do you think we're overhyping Thiago Silva from Chelsea? We've seen many players fall under pressure. Example, Brian, Alexander Pato. The thing is, Thiago Silva's been there for a while now, and he's like 38, 39. He probably should leave soon. I've seen links he might be going back to Brazil. He's just old, that's all. Diaby on the break for Villa. Has this been pulled back? Oh, the referee's pulled it back. That's frustrating. There's actually a chance for Diaby on the break. We actually had a chance to counter-attack against Sheffield United for the first time in this whole game. How are Villa drawing to these? Embarrassing. Well, mate, we're playing against a back 5 with 3 holding midfielders. So it's like Villa against a back 8. And we still have 40 minutes of football. People forget Sheffield United were beating Spurs before Tottenham turned it around and got, what is it, a 99th minute winner? Something stupid. This Sheffield United team were beating Spurs away. Like, I don't know. People can laugh and all that. But they very nearly beat Spurs. Do you think Jack Butland deserves a run in the England setup? I mean, he's doing well, isn't he? You can't really have Ramsdale in it if Ramsdale's not playing for Arsenal. The French wing back for Sheffield United, Lloris, has just been given a yellow card. I didn't see what for. But yeah, Ramsdale can't really be in it because he's not playing. You can't exactly have... you can't have players that aren't playing. I'm sorry, it doesn't work that way. So probably, yeah, there's a slot there. I think Sam Johnston, he's had a go. I think Nick Pope's had a go before he got injured. You could give Butland... I know Butland a few years ago was in and around the England team. You could get him back. Might be not a bad idea. I'd still think, and I'll always stay by this, that Pickford is England's best goalkeeper. I know some people hate Pickford for some reason. I just think he's top class. He's done an incredible job at England. And he's like the best that we have. I will die on that hill. You got to give respect to Aston. I feel like it's going to be a meme comment. You got to give respect to Aston Villa. They managed to defeat the UCL champion winners. It is a meme comment. Who'd have thought? Here's Douglas Sweet. Are you on about... No way you're on about Arsenal. There's no way he's on about Arsenal. Here's Diaby for Villa. Diaby into Bailey. Any attack for Villa has gone down the right-hand side with Diaby and Bailey combining. Every single time. Cash. Back into Bailey again. Bailey with some step-overs. Finds McGinn, edge of the box. McGinn into Louise. I see Diaby in the box and he spins outside of it again. I question some decision-making here from Villa players. Headed away. Again, it's cleared by, I think this time, Sousa. Is Jacob Ramsey for Aston Villa. Honestly, this game has been very boring for a reason. Like it is attack versus defense training routine. Like these are what the players actually train for. Is Douglas Luiz for Villa. Our centre backs are playing on the wing. Like this is how bad this situation is. Lovely 1-2 Ramsey, but that final pass from Ramsey into Watkins again is too short, and it's just put into touch. Oh, there's 2 balls on the pitch now. So annoying. So frustrating. Guys, do double tap the screen if you're watching on TikTok. Any follows, any likes and all that will be appreciated. You can also watch it on YouTube. Got 45 viewers on the YouTube live. Your support is very much appreciated. Trap says, bro, I said players fall under pressure. Brojan was labelled as the next Messi. I mean, that's just the media for you. That's just the media. I like Pickford. He's a lot of fun in the jacuzzi. Pickford, people say Pickford has small arms, right? But you criticise him for not being the biggest, but he's a top keeper. And I just love the way he just shouts at his defenders like all game. I don't know. I love it. I don't think you can hate Pickford. I can't see how unless you're a Liverpool fan, I can't see how you can hate Pickford. I really can't see it. Villa to win 1-0 says Dylan. A Sheffield United goal was never offside. I don't know what goal you're on about there. Gaza says, I hate Villa. Are we that rent-free? Are we that rent-free? You got to ask the question. This is Villa's problem. They slap it. Oh, chance for Villa and the cross towards Ramsey. Again, is like a foot short of Ramsey's head. Villa's problem, they slap around City. Can't break down the worst teams in the league. Yeah, I've said this before, unfortunately. Nottingham Forest away. The only team Forest have beaten in the last 13 games is Aston Villa. The only team. How very frustrating. Love to see Villa win from a Derby fan. Derby are doing all right in League One. I've seen some dodgy results here and there, but I think you got a good chance of going up maybe through playoffs. Is Bailey cross towards Ramsey, headed away. McGinn. Cash now. I saw a lovely goal with Hurahan recently as well. Quality play for Villa. I was sad to see Hurahan leave Villa, actually. Ramsey. Twisting one way, then the other, finds Louise back to goal. Into Longley. 55 minutes gone, guys. It's still 0-0. Just cannot score. Villa, we must have 85% possession. I'm not joking. It has been complete and utter dominance. Oh, that pass. Honestly, I'm very close to saying get Get Ramsey off. Ramsey has been not that great in this game. Ramsey is not really providing anything for Villa. I don't think he doesn't really suit a low block team, Ramsey. Jacob Ramsey's great if we are, against a very aggressive side and Ramsey can run into space and dribble with the ball. It's not this type of game for Ramsey. I don't know. That would be a sub I would make personally. Long ball again intercepted. Digne into Douglas Luiz. Jamza, why are you anti-Villa? Shouldn't you want Villa to win the league? Surely you'd want us to win it ahead of like Liverpool or Arsenal. I don't get the Villa hate. I really don't get the hate train. Unless you're like a Birmingham fan, I don't get it. Even like the Albion, like, does it matter? Like Albion are doing all right. Like Wolves maybe, but Villa don't really hate Wolves as much as Wolves hate Villa. I don't get the anti-Villa hate train. I don't understand it. Villa get a corner out of the whole 10 once more. How do you rate Martinez compared to Paul what? How do I rate a goalkeeper compared to Manchester United legend Paul Scholes? That is an incredible question. What do you mean? Unless you're on about another Martinez, I don't know. Subs for Sheffield United? No doubt. Yeah, it's going to be probably the players booked. I think it's the fullback. Larussi's not played very well, so that's a fair sub actually. He's been their worst player by a mile. Struggled very much so against Villa. So that'll be their first change, and they're making a double sub here. And Brooks, that's a surprise. I think Brooks has been their best player. They took off their worst and best players. I'm surprised with that. I think Brooks has been really good for Sheffield United. It's going to be Low and Hamer to come on. I'm really taken aback. I think that's really surprising. I think it's really surprising substitution. Brooks has actually like ran his socks off for Sheffield United, and they might miss that. It is a corner to Villa. It's taken 20 years to make this corner. Gypsy Lad says this will end 1-0 Villa. I hope so, man, because the time is ticking. We're nearly an hour in. It's still goalless. Corner comes in swinger towards the back post. It's flapped at by Foderingham. And no, it's a stabbed shot from Digne that was blocked. That could have gone anywhere. Watkins with an interception. Ramsey. Watkins shot. Back post. Yes! Leon Bailey! 1-0. You can have that. Any anti-Villa fans in the comments, you can have that. Villa 1, Sheffield United 0. It's Leon Bailey at the back stick. 59 minutes in. Lovely strike. Aston Villa have thoroughly deserved this lead. We've been absolutely all over Sheffield United this game. And people keep telling me the goal will come eventually. It might be offside. There may be an offside. We're going to have a check here. But it is 1-0 to Aston Villa. Oh, I'm just seeing the replay here. Ollie, what a lovely interception from Watkins. Watkins with the cross. No, he's on. There's no way he's on. He's offside there. There is absolutely no way he's offside there. On the stroke of the hour mark, it is Aston Villa 1, Sheffield United 0. And I got to say, considering how well Sheffield United have defended, that's a really poor goal to concede. Losing the ball in your own box is just... You can't defend that. Ironically, they couldn't defend that. But, they're checking VAR for something. A foul. They're going to check for a foul. Oh, this could be chalked off. I think it'd be a really harsh goal to chalk off for Aston Villa. We've had no decision go our way all day today. Oh dear. This actually might not be a Villa goal. This might not be a Villa goal. They're going to check a foul. I think it's on Foderingham. I don't think Ramsey's barely touched Foderingham here. They're really checking this. The camera angle's terrible as well. The keeper's just... they're trying to say the keeper's impeded. He's not impeded. Oh no, they've shown him holding his arm. I don't think this is going to count. That's not enough for me. Just like there wasn't enough for the penalty shouts that Villa had. It's the same. It's the same way here. I don't think there's enough there to disallow a goal for me. Oh, he's going to check the monitor. Oh, this is bad. This is probably not going to be given then, because they're looking at the monitor. Oh my god. I find this extraordinary. It's never a foul. It's never a foul. Never a foul for me. It's so soft. If they disallow that, that's so soft. Because like we've had what, 3 penalty shouts given? No, sorry, not given this game. It's a hand on Fodringham. It's one, and he's actually punched the ball away. He's not impeded. He did what he wanted to do, which was punch the ball away. I'm sorry, and it's not even, like, it's like a good 20-30 seconds after that we go and score. Well, this is going to frustrate Villa. If this is not given, this is going to absolutely sicken Villa. I just think there's been too much time since that happened before the goal. He's going to disallow it. It's ruled out. No goal. Oh my god. No goal. Villa are level. I find that extraordinary. I find that decision absolutely extraordinary. It is not a goal. I think that's a really harsh decision. I really do think that's a really harsh decision. It will not be an Aston Villa goal. Not only I think there's very little contact on Fodringham, but the goal was like 20 seconds after him, and Ramsey's shirt is being pulled as I'm sorry, they're saying Ramsey fouled the keeper. Ramsey's shirt is being pulled as he's apparently fouling the goalkeeper. Like, honestly, I think that decision's absolutely ridiculous. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. And Unai Emery is complaining at the officials. That's extraordinary. That is absolutely extraordinary to disallow that. They don't look at the shirt pull on Ramsey. Is a Sheffield United defender has 2 hands pulling Ramsey's shirt as Ramsey's apparently fouling their goalkeeper. Like, that's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Sorry, I just lost connection with my phone. Absolutely ridiculous decision. Ridiculous decision. This sport kills me. This sport absolutely kills me. Long lane now towards Leon Bailey, and yeah, that might knock the stuffing out of Villa, I can't lie. Because it felt like relief had finally scored, and then to disallow it for that, it's ridiculous. Yeah, no, you know the rules. Yeah, you can't celebrate goals these days. Bin off VAR. Just bin it. Honestly, put it in the bin. I'm tired of VAR. VAR is a load of shit. Absolute load of shit. Goalkeepers are so protected, it's ridiculous. Villa get a free kick with the foul on Diaby. I'm so deflated by that. That's a horrendous decision. It is still goal. It should be 1-0 to Villa, but it is still goalless for anyone in chat. I just think it's absolutely extraordinary that they've... Whatever. It is not a goal. Thoughts on what? On Dean's opinion. Dean said after our ghost goal against Sheffield United, they'll be buzzing over VAR. To be fair, people, it's the misconception that VAR ruled. It was Hawkeye. VAR had nothing to do with the Sheffield United, the goal that wasn't given against Sheffield United. The VAR couldn't intervene because it relies on information given from Hawkeye, and Hawkeye didn't give the goal, so VAR couldn't do anything. Free kick taken short. Watkins now. Watkins in the box, gets a crossing towards the back post. Oh, it's overhit. And it'll be a goal kick to Sheffield United. Man. So frustrating. Unai looks devastated on the touchline. He looks absolutely devastated. Absolutely devastated. VAR's an absolute piss take. Honestly, if we bottle our home record, oh my god, Sheffield United have a chance. Oh, defended from barely defended from long way, and now Ramsey's trying to defend for Aston Villa. Sheffield United have a cross headed away by Matty Cash. Oh dear, they are so bad going forward. I cannot believe we're not beating this side. I genuinely cannot believe we're not winning. We've been absolutely all over this side. Really good pass from again under pressure. And Villa can finally break out. There's a mini press there from Sheffield United. Put Villa under pressure. Unbelievably deflating. Mate, someone says pull the keeper down. Ramsey's shirt has 2 hands on it. He's getting pulled as he's apparently got one arm on Foderingham. It's a joke of a decision. I don't want to hear it. It's an abysmal decision because shirt pulling and all that in the box never gets looked at. But as you can literally see on the camera, Ramsey's shirt is 2 hands on it, getting shoved and pushed from a centre-back from Sheffield United. But apparently his arm on Foderingham 20, 30 seconds before a Villa goal is enough to disallow a goal. It's an absolute joke. It is an absolute joke of a decision. So, I think it was Bogle. Bogle can shove at the back post all he wants, right? And basically steal Ramsey's shirt off his back. But Ramsey... Diaby. Diaby with a terrible pass. Thankfully there's a bit of recovery, but Diaby nearly put Sheffield United in on goal. Is that Hamer off the bench? My heart nearly sank then. The goal, the fact that keepers are protected like that is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Of the amount of time, it's not just this game and not just Villa. I've seen several games. Keepers are far too protected in this league. You breathe on a goalkeeper and it's a foul. It's a joke. They are so protected. And it really shouldn't be. It shouldn't be that. Whatever. I can go on a rant about it all day. And finally, a yellow card is given for a foul on Ramsey on the halfway line. Free kick to Villa. 68 minutes gone here, still goalless. Deeper shows a point, still helps our top 4 push. Definitely a case of 2 points drop though, rather than a point gain. And Dean said, "I'm so fucking annoyed if we don't win tonight." Villa, fans were saying we'd do a Villa and not given the fact that we have an opportunity to go first at Christmas and break City's record. Mate, I don't care about the record. I just want to win. I don't care if we break that record or not. We're playing statistically the worst side in the league. And a horrendous decision has gone against Aston Villa. Arteta was right about the refs. The refs are a joke. No one's disagreed with Arteta. The refs are an absolute joke. I've gone on a rant about the Leon Bailey disallowed goal. I think the decision's a disgrace. So yeah, Bogle has 2 arms on Ramsey's shirt for like 3-4 seconds, and in that time Ramsey has 1 arm on Foderingham. Ramsey's getting fouled himself. The fact you can give that as a foul is ridiculous to me. And it was like 20 seconds after that Villa go and score. Like it's. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about it. I will rant. I keep saying I'm not going to talk about it, and then I do. But it's just a joke, man. Absolute joke. That's a foul on Bailey. Free kick to Aston Villa. As Sousa's complaining. And Holden. How is he complaining? He's just absolutely smashed into Leon Bailey. And he's got his head in his hands about that decision. Game's done. Says we can do it. Keep the faith. We are Villa. I mean, we've been by far the better team. It's just, we've had absolutely nothing go our way. We've had 3 penalty appeals and a goal all have gone Sheffield United. Pardon me. All have gone Sheffield United's favour in this game. Every single decision has gone against us. Every single decision. I'm saying some of those penalty shouts, they're probably not penalties, but some teams have been given them. Like I said, we had 2 VAR checks for proper VAR checks for a penalty in the space of a minute, and nothing was given. And then we have a goal that's perfectly fine, get ruled out. Ramsey for Villa. That's a poor back. Nah, get him off. Honestly, Ramsey's been terrible for Villa today. It's like playing with 10 men. Like, I like Jacob Ramsey, but he's just not provided Villa anything going forward. And he actually got the goal ruled out. He literally got the goal ruled out. John Duran's going to come on for Villa. So probably going for, 2 out-and-out forwards. Get Diaby on one side, Bailey the other, maybe. I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do. Long ball forward from Sheffield United, run back by Longley. Villa pulling a March 2023 Arsenal. Okay, that made me laugh. We are pulling a Arsenal against Southampton, Arsenal against West Ham, Arsenal against Liverpool. Yeah. And Brighton. Is cash for Aston Villa. It doesn't help when a perfectly fine goal's ruled out. Douglas Luiz into Cash. Cash, right hand side is Bailey. Puts a cross in towards Jacob Ramsey, headed up rather than away. Villa, again, we want a decision. We're not going to get it. I'm telling you now. It's again, we're claiming for another handball. Is this handball? I doubt it. I very much doubt it. Hang on, he does kind of use his arm. Hang on, they could actually look into that. He does, he moves his arm into it. That's another genuine penalty shout for Aston Villa. That's a penalty. That should be a penalty for Aston Villa. He's used his arm. This should be a penalty for Aston Villa. If VAR isn't a joke, this is a penalty for Villa. He's used his arm to control the ball. No way. Have they got away with another one? They've got away with another. Even Jamie Carragher on the commentary has said, I think that's a penalty to Villa. There's no way they've got away with another one. This is actually, it's getting extraordinary now. This is getting absolutely extraordinary. When Jamie Carragher is saying it's a handball. It reminds me of the Rodri handball against Everton at Goodison Park, the one that wasn't given. It's exactly like that. He's tried to control the ball. I mean, with his arm. With his arm. Like, I'm sorry. Moreno and Duran are on. I think Moreno should have come on a long time ago, to be honest. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. I hope I'm gonna see a lot of Villa fans complain about this end of the game. I feel like Mikel Arteta, mate. He literally, if Jamie Carragher's saying, I'm sorry, but come on, man. That's not even Villa bias now. They don't want Villa top at Chris. I don't think there's like a conspiracy theory. I just think the referees are shit. There's no theory. I don't think, like Wolves get terrible decisions every week against them. I don't think it's because they hate Wolves. It's just the referees are shit. And we have to put up with it. That's all it is. That's genuinely all it is. I cannot show the... People asking me to show the game, you are stupid. Because I cannot physically show the game. There is copyright laws. You can go on Twitter and you can find places that show the game probably. But people in 2023 don't know about copyright. It's crazy. Bailey for Villa. Gets... Oh dear. He's just put a shot into row Z of the whole 10. With a quarter of an hour to go, it is still goalless. Why are there tears? What's happened? All right. The rant will happen again, Harry. Don't you worry. So Villa have had 3 penalty appeals go to VAR, all disallowed. We've had a goal disallowed by VAR, wrongfully. And Sheffield United haven't had a shot, and we're still goalless. I don't get it. This game is killed me. It's probably the most upset I'll ever be at a 0-0 in my entire life. KC Sports Nerd says, I can't even see the highlights since I'm USA watching Asia. So mad I can't watch. Mate, honestly, I envy you that you can't watch this because it's been a very painful viewing so far. Martinez for Villa. I think Martinez had the ball more than half the Sheffield United squad. People think there's like an anti-Villa. There's no Villa agenda. People like hate Villa in the Midlands, but that's it. No one hates Villa outside the Midlands. Birmingham City fans do. Coventry fans do. Chance for Villa with Bailey. Oh, Bailey, man. It's a really good cross from Cash, and Bailey's control was terrible. We got 14 minutes here, man. Michael Oliver, honestly, I could go on the biggest rant. My battery on my phone, by the way, is very terrible. So if the stream just cuts off, it is what it is. I want Villa to win the league. I mean, if we can't beat Sheffield United at home, what chance have we got, really? Longley gets a 1-2 off Moreno. I'm glad to see Moreno won, but he should have been on a long time ago. Quarter of an hour to go, and this game is killing me. Elsewhere in the Championship, it is Bristol City 3, Hull 2, Swansea 1, Preston 1, and in League 2... Oh, sorry, there's a chance with Cameron Archer here, but really good defending from Cash and Konza. So, on the break, they try and do something with Archer every time, and he's causing a couple problems, but not too many. I think Konza's dealt with them quite well. In League 1, it's Cambridge United 2, Exeter 0. Exeter have been so terrible recently in League 2. Forest Green got a draw with their new manager Troy Deeney as well in League 2. Is a rare chance for Sheffield United. Shot comes in. It's a good save. It's actually a good strike on goal, believe it or not. It's a good save from Martinez. He screams at his players. That's actually a really good save. Ramsey just not tracking his man. Nah, get him up. Honestly, get him up. Get him up. He's been awful. It was Norwood for Sheffield United. He nearly sticks out in the top corner. I would have ended my stream. I would have ended the stream. Watkins, believe it or not, is still playing. I haven't said his name for a while, unfortunately. It is still goalless, although it's a very controversial 0-0. Like I said, several decisions today have not gone Villa's way. And they will be talked about, not just on this channel, but several others. Chance for Watkins, but Foderingham off his line does very well. And holds the ball for them. Yeah, a bit of a sleeper game. But saying that, we should be 1-0 up. So I don't care if it's a sleeper game, but we're winning. But it's, yeah. Actually, I can't remember what referee it is. I'm frustrated. Oh, there was a chance for Sheffield United then, but the flag is up. It's either that or a foul has been given. Try and hit Villa on the break there. What was this given for? Oh, it was a shove. Apparently it's a shove. They could have been in on goal then, Sheffield United. I can't believe I'm even saying that. It was a really good run on the overlap. Is Moreno now for Villa? He loses the ball temporarily. Gives it back to Louise this time. Into McGinn. Moreno on the left gets a crossings deflected. My Christmas is either ruined or world class, says Harry. It's all decided 1 p.m. Christmas Eve. Oh dear. Wolves on Christmas Eve is horrendous. Ollie Watkins has a shot that is, I mean, he could have 100 of those and he'll never score. It's like on the floor, like a 2 miles per hour shot from Ollie Watkins. Good layoff from John Duran, but yeah. Poor. Foderingham goes long for Sheffield United. Villa have 10 minutes. Aston Villa have 10 minutes to find a goal against bottom of the league, worst side in the league, Sheffield United. Worst side away from home. The only stat, Sky thankfully have put up a stat which I do like, is we've scored the third most goals in the final 15 and they've conceded the most in the final 15. So maybe that is the omen we need to win this type of game. Oh, good tackle on Duran, to be fair. That was really good. I think it was Souza. One of their best players today. Yeah, Vinny Souza from midfield has done so well for them. It's a rare attack for them. It's Archer. Can they do anything? Bailey now helping out. Cross comes in. Oh my god, it was nearly an own goal. Ha! Konza's nearly flicked the ball into his own net. I'm not joking when I say that. Cross comes in. Ezri Konza sticks out a boot. Gets the block, but this nearly flies past Martinez. That's sickening. That would have been absolutely sickening. It's come off Konza's knee and spun wide of the post. Jesus. That would have been an absolute dagger for Villa, I can't lie. My heart skipped a beat. Zaniolo's come on for Leon Bailey. I think that's fair. Bailey seems to have run out a bit of energy here. If we sell Gallagher, I give up with football. I've seen that. Chelsea fans don't want him to go. Poch doesn't want him to go, but Chelsea's board might sell Gallagher. Mental. Triple captain Watkins. FPL just from to Ghost. I mean, he did miss a sitter. If you're going to watch the highlights later, you will feel sick. If you triple captain. There is still times, not a lot left, guys. 163 of you in the TikTok live. Please double tap. I'm running out of battery on my phone, so my TikTok live may actually go down soon. The score is still, unfortunately, goalless. We've had a goal wrongfully disallowed. We've had penalties not get given. I think we've had one genuine shout and the rest haven't been. Oh, Villa just lose the ball quite poor. And we get it back with, well, temporarily, and now it's Sheffield United on the break. They've had some half chances, you know, out of nowhere. Sheffield United, out of absolutely nowhere. Long ball towards Archer, and I think a flag is going to come up now, but it still stays down for the meantime. Archer goes for goal, deflects off Cash, edge of the box, shot is over the top and into the north stand. Oh, I turned off a mic. I forgot. Oh, my stream's just gone off. Ha! My stream's gone off on YouTube, on TikTok because my battery's run out. Oh well. I was just saying. Yeah, that's frustrating. I had nearly 200 people on the TikTok as well, but I didn't charge my phone up before, and I don't really. Where I position my phone, there's not really any reach for a charger there, to be honest. It is just one of those nights here. I will only I've only got my YouTube on now, guys. It's just me and you guys in chat. Zaniolo is told to get up by the referee. Oh, honestly, this game has it has killed me. It's absolutely killed me. I'm going to quickly look at what Villa fans are saying online, because honestly, this game has really took it out of me. I did say it'd be a Villa thing today to drop points. I did call this. Don't want to be that guy. I want to see the response for the goal ruled out. Bailey's goals ruled out for foul. Fodringham. Corruption in this league is disgusting. VAR don't want us top. Awful decision. That's a joke paid by the ref. Joke decision. Yeah, I knew a lot of people agreeing with me, thankfully. Bad referee. Ramsey is being held. I did say this as well. Someone said this too. Ramsey's shirt is being held. Don't look at that. It's a different phase of play. It's several seconds after the foul. No way people playing Minecraft. Oh my day. That is an unbelievable shirt pull from Robinson, and Caesar has took Duran from Robinson. He's just been pretty much pulled to the ground there. Minecraft in 2023, nearly 2024 with the boys. Trying to swap shirts to Duran already. Oh, VAR might have a look at a decision here. Oh, here we go. Well, Duran might get sent off, which is, I mean, that would just sum it up, wouldn't it? He's not meant to do. If they give a red for that, I'm ending the stream because, like, all the decisions we've had against us today, and then if they give a red card for that, it's a joke. Robinson is getting treatment for a cut on his head. Oh, Duran will not be sent off, thankfully. Typical Villa, innit? Opportunity to break a big... oh my god. Chance for Sheffield United. They've scored. Oh god, they've scored. They've actually scored. It's Archer. Sheffield United are beating Aston Villa. Aston Villa are losing to Sheffield United. At home. At Villa Park. You could not write this. I don't actually believe what I'm saying. Aston Villa are losing to Sheffield United at home. What have I just seen? This game's a joke. We've been absolutely robbed. Archer, the former Villa man, has scored. Oh, Harmer with me. Oh, John McGinn. It's a really good finish as well. I can't believe it. You honestly, you couldn't write it. You actually couldn't write this. You actually couldn't write it. Now, the referees in this country have to, honestly, sack them all. We have been absolutely robbed of 3 points here. I can't believe that. I cannot believe... we have been absolutely robbed of 3 points here. This is absolutely extraordinary. We have been absolutely robbed today. I have no words. I have absolutely no words. This sport actually kills me. This sport actually kills me. Back post of Moreno just had a header saved by Foderingham. Very similar to the goal against Brentford. Moreno at the back post. Oh, Moreno. So nearly. It's a carbon copy header against Brentford. Oh, this is extraordinary. It's absolutely extraordinary. I physically cannot believe what I'm seeing. Villa, well, the home record has gone, because even if we equalise, we're not going to get a winner now. This is actually extraordinary. Luis tries his in-swinger and puts it wide. This game is ridiculous. I hope Villa put out a statement against the officials this game. I'm not joking when I say this. We've been absolutely robbed. We've been absolutely robbed. Archer's going to come off. I've always given him credit, you know. Cameron Archer is an incredible player. And this does help my my gas for him. Archer's incredible. He's an incredible striker. Ollie McBurney's come on. 9 minutes of added time have been shown. McBurney has took over. McBurney trying to hold the ball in the corner. This has been the biggest smash and grab I've ever seen in my entire life. I have never seen a bigger smash and grab than this in my entire life. This sport is heartbreaking. This sport is absolutely heartbreaking. I hope my TikTok goes viral now, because I said I'm not comfortable about this game, and I was cooking. I've got 4,000 views on it. I was cooking. What was bro cooking? What was bro cooking? What was bro cooking? We've got 8 minutes to go. 68 of you in the YouTube live. Please do hit the like button, because I'm very depressed. Long lay into Ramsey, and I can't believe a foul's not been given for that. I mean, that just sums up the game, to be honest. I'm just going to look at the stats. I think that's their... No, Norwood had a shot on target, actually, before the goal. But they've had 2 shots on target and scored a goal. 23% possession. 23% possession and they're winning. This is incredible. This is just extraordinary. 1 free kick and they take advantage of McGinn terrible defensively. Now Watkins has gone down again, and Villa fans will once again shout for a penalty, but I'm not even gonna say it anymore. Moreno, edge of the box. We just need a long shot to go in at this point. Something, please. Something give. I genuinely cannot believe this scoreline. I genuinely cannot believe this scoreline. It had to be Archer as well, didn't it? Of all players, the former Villa player to score. Cross comes in. Watkins again is being held, but not given. This, I gotta say, the football and this is why the Premier League is special, isn't it? Bogle trying to hold the ball in the corner. Louise now. We've actually played out from there quite well. Bogle on a yellow, decided not to pull someone back. Great present this day, AJ. I will be there for Wolves versus Chelsea. Don't you worry, my friend. I will be there. Cash towards the back post, towards Watkins. What an FPL for me. I've got Ollie Watkins as my captain. That's a shove on Cash. For goodness sake. Mate, some bleach. Zaniolo's fouled. Ref! Are you serious? This ref gives nothing for us. The whole game. This is ridiculous. Honestly, man. What is going on? I don't think the subs from Emery have been very good. That's not often I criticise Emery for that. But Zaniolo has done absolutely nothing that's going on. Oh. Mate, and I think it's Anthony Taylor in it. He's so shit, man. Mate, this referee is an absolute shit show. Actually unbelievable, this scoreline. This scoreline is genuinely unbelievable. We've been absolutely fucking robbed. I don't say that very often. And I don't like to blame officials, but we've been absolutely fucking robbed this game. And I'm not going to hear anything else on it. We've had 3 penalty appeals go to VAR. All of them have been rejected. We've had a perfectly fine goal get disallowed by VAR. And then they score with their second shot on target all fucking game. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. It feels like Football Manager. It really does. And the handball was a joke. Ramsey's cross is deflected. Villa, I'm not going to celebrate a corner. We've had a million of them. We've been shit with every single corner. This game's fucking killed me. The corner from Louise is utter shit. And now Cash's cross to Zaniolo. Not Zaniolo. Moreno is awful. The last 2 touches of the ball for Villa are a joke then. And now there's been... the players pretended to go down. That's ridiculous. Is Luis. Cross towards the far post. Header! Yes! Nicola Zaniolo! Villa level with 2 minutes to go! Come on! Nicola Zaniolo! Come on! Brilliant header out of the hole! What a strike that is! Come on! We have 2 minutes, boys! Nicola Zaniolo heads Villa level. Massive equaliser for Aston Villa. Oh, if they disallow that goal for that, I'm going to fucking fume. Because a player went down before that, and if they disallow that, I'm going to lose my shit. What a cross from Louise. Nicolo Zaniolo gets ahead of the keeper, glances the ball into the back of the net. Terrible goalkeeping from Fodringham. Come on, Villa! Come on! Brilliant header. We didn't deserve to fucking lose that game, so I'm glad we've got something. I'm glad we've got something out of this. Because that would have been a fucking joke that we'd have lost that game. Oh, Trusty got a booking for complaining. The goal has been given. Aston Villa have equalised at Villa Park. There's got to be lots of added time in this game. What are they doing? Oh, Sheffield United have just decided to boot the ball at Villa. They've just kicked the ball out of play. Unbelievable. Moreno goes back to Martinez. I'm not celebrating yet. Calm down. Calma. The Villa crowd have lit up here. And what a goal. Zaniolo, I've been his biggest critic recently. But what a massive goal for Villa when we needed him. Ball into Matty Cash of Villa. Cash into Zaniolo for Aston Villa. Oh, into the box. He just couldn't dribble the ball around the defender. The ball's blasted into touch. Villa get a throw in on the halfway line. Ball's back to Martinez. Emmy is miles out his goal. He's going to launch this forward for Aston Villa. Oh, he's going to give it to Longley instead. Longley into Esri Konza. Every Villa player's up for this. Matty Cash now on the right. Gets a cross in towards the far post. Oh, nearly a header in. Fodringham comes out. Punches the ball away. Oh, they've barely got it away. Sheffield United. McGinn battling. Oh, now they've got it away. And Matty Cash has now rugby tackled his man and got a yellow card. Fair enough. Because to stop the counter-attack for Sheffield United. What a game. What a game this has been. Mental game. We're over the 9 minutes of added time shown. And now Cash is holding his shoulder. Matty Cash is suspended from Man United away. Oh, he's really hurt himself. Oh, well, he could have actually dislocated his shoulder there, Matty Cash. He's still holding it. Ollie McBurney's lost the ball to Zaniolo. Throw into Sheffield United. They're going to try and hold the ball, I think. They're happy with a point, Sheffield United. They've gone long for McBurney. Yeah, he's being used as the lamppost now. Ooh. McAtee against Konza. Really good defending, Ezri Konza. And Villa get a goal kick. What a man, Zaniolo. What a man. He's worth the loan money that goal is. Full time. There's the home record gone. But it's a point. It is a point apiece at Villa. I still think we were robbed, but we've not lost the game, so it's not all doom and gloom. We've picked up a point. We're unbeaten at home, though. We're still unbeaten at home. Just like Liverpool, we still have an unbeaten home record, but the 15 home wins in a row has gone to Sheffield United. And we've gone level with Arsenal on points. Cameron Archer scoring against Villa. Yeah, we can say unbeaten in 16 home games. Gutted. I'm absolutely gutted. Absolutely gutted. Anyway, guys, thank you for being here. 57 of you in the live stream. If you haven't already, please do hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Not the result we wanted, but it could have been worse. Zaniolo with a 97th minute equaliser for Aston Villa, and we got robbed, really. Should have got the win easily. But yeah, it is what it is. We move on. Thank you all for watching. And yeah, I'll watch Arsenal Liverpool. Hope you all have a good Christmas and all that good stuff. And yeah, Chelsea are going to lose to Wolves, and I will be there, Harry.